Hello, and welcome to another episode of Spooky Reviews from Spooky Ventures. I'm Gary Hill, and I'm both your reviewer and your host. This is our 178th episode, and I'm going to be looking at a DVD of a movie called Amityville Cult. Now, let me first address the whole Amityville franchise thing. I know you couldn't hear the quotes, but I put the word franchise in quotation marks because I'm not quite sure that that's the right term here. I mean, the actually legitimate sequels to the Amityville Horror clearly fit under the franchise label. So many movies build off of the Amityville legend, though, and a lot of them aren't really related to the original book and movie series. I've actually got a cameo in an Amityville film called Amityville Wasteland, and I've got an Amityville Christmas Tale among my catalog of short stories out there. So, I completely get that this whole thing is a big trend. This movie perhaps ties in a little more closely than some of the others out there with the Amityville name. It's a low-budget film centered around a man who has inherited his grandmother's home after he's told that she passed away. The thing is, he never knew his grandmother. He moves to Amityville and into the home, and strange things start happening. At the same time, he starts reading his grandmother's diary that he found in the house. It tells a tale of demons and a cult worshipping them in Amityville. Well, I'm not going to reveal any more of the plot because I don't want to spoil it. There are some interesting twists and turns along the way. This definitely feels like an indie film. As someone who is part of the indie horror community, mind you, a minor part, I really love that about it. The acting is all pretty solid, but you can just see the indie elements in the production values and other things. To me, there's a charm in seeing something created on a budget that obviously isn't huge. I think indie horror films also like that aspect of it. It's part of what draws people to indie horror, I think. One complaint I had is that it feels like they probably made some changes to the script while filming, and they were changes that actually impact the story. And there were a couple of points where the movie contradicts itself. It wasn't in areas that really impact the entirety of the story, but rather in things that are just smallish details. Beyond that one complaint, though, I would say that the film works pretty well as an indie movie. One actor really stood out to me. That's Eric Oberto as Asmodeus. He plays it almost cartoon-like, but rather than appear silly, it is just so creepy. At times he really appears to be non-human, and I don't think that's with any kind of makeup, that's just him. So overall, I enjoyed this film. It wasn't a complete slam dunk, but it was often chilling and worked well. Now the DVD doesn't really include any bonuses, just a trailer, but I think the main feature is worth having. Spooky Ventures is the home for spooky content and spooky merchandise on the web. Check it out today at spookyventures.com. And remember, always keep it spooky.